Hey, what's up, guys? Long time no talk. So today I just wanted to talk about like Brockhampton because Iridescence is coming out literally in a few hours. I'm in like Northern California. Probably said too much, but I'm in Northern California. The album's not gonna come out probably for like another 6 hours. But on iTunes time, it usually comes out at like 9:15. Albums do, so hopefully we get it even sooner. But I just want to talk about Brockhampton, how inspiring they are, not only for me, but I think for other people, just based off of their work ethic, their beliefs, what they've done in such a short amount of time, where they've done it, etc. The reason I find Brockhampton so inspiring, I think, is just because it's a group of guys who really shared the same like music taste, shared the same dream to pursue music and create this collective where they're basically turning it into a company, but they're also a band, and they're just doing their own thing. Like, they recently signed a $15 million record deal with RCA Records, a few months ago, just based off of three albums that they made in the span of like a year, which is crazy because each one is ridiculous, each one is fantastic, each one brought something new to the table in the music landscape. Like, I don't think anybody can say that Brockhampton isn't an iconic group like the Beatles, in the sense that they're an iconic boy band. They're like redefining what it means to be a boy band. Like, we're not talking One Direction, we're not talking like NSYNC. It's like something new, something different, something that's shifting that paradigm, for boy bands. But I think one of the main reasons they're so motivational to so many people is that they did it themselves. They moved to South Central, like LA, all the way from Texas, some of them from Connecticut. Bareface Siren, I think that's how you pronounce his name, all the way from Ireland, if I believe so, somewhere in the UK. So that's crazy. Like, they had this drive to create music for themselves at the end of the day, because it's not sure if anybody was even going to listen to him. But one of the things I want to highlight is the fact that Saturation, the first one, they just announced a day when it was going to drop. Just a random day. They had nothing really to work off of or say that they actually had an album. I remember seeing in the documentary that Kevin was just like, yep, we're just going to come out with an album this day. Let's start working on it now, because that deadline will help us create this album in time, which is crazy. But yeah, just the do-it-yourself attitude, just how far they've reached with that attitude, and how some of them have emphasized just use what you have. Look at their music videos. It's just them, whatever they got. The costumes are, I remember Kevin said he got them from some like thrift store, which I think is actually closing down, or might be in the process of closing down. I know he had like people try to sign petitions so that it wouldn't close down, because they got a lot of their props from there. They had just a green screen that Merlin was in for, I think, for the If She Do Not Suck Me Right. I forgot what song that was. But yeah, it's just a green screen. And HK has done most of the graphic design, and it has, it has character. It's unique. It's not run of the mill. It's part of the reason I listened to the first album was just because of how fantastic the album cover was. But there's all these different things where each of them just based, team effort, solo, do it yourself. They created this end product that basically is a classic at this point, the Saturation trilogy. And that's insane. Like, they're never went to a studio, all of it just like in bedrooms, like the South Central LA house, the pool house, when they were working on Team Effort / Puppy. So it just goes to show that if you have something that you really want to do, just do it. Like, for example, Brockhampton inspired me to make these videos, because I still have no idea exactly what I'm doing when I record a video, when I edit a video, when I post a video, but I know that that's Brockhampton's creative process is just doing it, putting it out there. But obviously, as well, having a standard for what your product is, quality of your product, etc. I just think that's really inspiring, really admirable. and it's something I think you don't see a lot of nowadays. It's kind of hard because sometimes you have industry plants, sometimes you have people with the money to pursue music or the connections to pursue music, and these guys just had a passion for it and just really went for it. And a year later, and look how far they've come, like $15 million record deal with RCA Records. It's crazy. Yeah, I just want to talk about it, get hyped up for Iridescence a little bit. I've listened to Jovert, I think. Jovert is how you pronounce it. I Googled the definition. I think it's some kind of party and during Mardi Gras or France or something. It's a party. But yeah, so, and that just kind of meshed with the vibe of the song, that it's really like, it goes in. It's not like upbeat. It's just really wacky out there, kind of like a party. So I'm pretty excited for the album. I might put up a review for that song before the album comes out, but we'll see. I'm definitely planning on reviewing this album. Very excited. And back to the whole do-it-yourself attitude. It sounds like, from what I heard, they made Iridescence in like a 12-day span, or a very short period of time when they were in London, and used Abbey Road Studios to like record their first studio album. So I think they're also really redefining what it takes to make an album. Like, I know in my head, when you make an album, like, oh, it should take a year or two. You should really think about it. You should really sit down, think, quality, etc. But time doesn't necessarily equal quality for an album. Like, you can make a classic in the span of a week. You can make a classic in a month, like Saturation. It doesn't have to take 2 years. I've heard shitty albums that took 2 years to make. Not gonna say any names, but I've heard some. So yeah, I'm just hoping Iridescence is good. I'm hoping it's their 808s and Heartbreak, because they made it sound like it was a Carter 2, I think, what Lil Wayne did, and supposedly that like shifted his sound, but I'm not entirely too sure about Lil Wayne and his career. So either way, I'm really excited, and I can't wait to hear it. So thanks for listening to me just kind of like talk about Brockhampton, share some stuff, and yeah. So let me know what you guys are looking forward to on Iridescence. Let me know some bands that you really like, because other than Brockhampton, there's not too many people I'm excited about, except like Rina Sawayama. Trying to think of other people. Check out Rina Sawayama. She's really good. Who else? I can't think of any off the top of my head, but I'll get back to you. But yeah, just comment artists that you really like. I'll check them out. Maybe do a review. We'll see. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys next time.